Welcome to your gentle-ish. There's no really arm balances or anything like that in this practice. It's meant to feel expansive, to create space within your physical body, while at the same time supporting and honoring your energetic body, everything else. So we'll do all the things from head to toe. There will be I have a little brief kind of like Tai Chi piece in the beginning. It's just meant to connect your breath to your movement. And as we get into those pieces, I'll really talk you through it. So don't stress out about it, right? Because it's all good. If you would like to follow along on the playlist, it's Sleepless Nights on Spotify. I'm going to go ahead and have you cue that up so that we can get started. And then if it resonates in your body, lie down on your back and start off in a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is a supine butterfly pose. You'll draw the soles of your feet together and let your heels come in towards your sits bones while your knees hang comfortably open. And then whatever feels best to you, you can, let's fix my hair here. You can bring your hands down by the side body. If that feels better. You could also take your hands and rest them on the pit of your belly, one on your heart. Just find something that allows you to step out of your day so far, that allows you to drop into your practice. So that's the best gift that you can give yourself, is to truly drop in here. If you've already decided to unroll your mat, to move and to breathe, then just show up in that space and do that, right? So I draw my shoulder blades slightly down so that they pin to my upper back. This allows for the heart space to rise a little bit more, opens up through the chest, and allows for the collarbones to broaden, to find some expansion. And then wherever you are in your breath cycle, go ahead and exhale completely. Let it all go. And then inhale through your nose. Allow for your belly to expand, for your rib cage to open. Your breath will rise. It comes all the way to the top. And exhale, let it go. Emptying back out, softening down. This is your release. And then you inhale through the nose. Allow for your breath to travel all the way up your spine. And exhale through your nose. Expelling all the stale breath out at the bottom of your lungs so that there's nothing left there. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale here. And then on your exhale, bring your knees, your inner thighs together. Let your low back soften down to the ground so you feel supported. Stay right here for a breath. And then as you exhale, bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. And give yourself a little rock side to side so that you feel a massage across your low back. And then keep hugging your right knee in, but place your left foot down on the floor with your left knee bent. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, press your right foot up into the sky. There's a gentle flex to your foot so that you're leading with your heel. And then interlace your hands around your right hamstring and start to kind of rub the backside of your leg. And then you can also slide your hands all the way up the calf. Finding any kind of movement here. I actually release my hands, make little fists, and then I rub my knuckles along the backside of my right leg. So you get into all the fascia, all the stuff that gets stuck together, creating some warmth here and breaking up any light adhesions that you might have. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, let your left knee fall open again, just like it did before whenever we were in our supine butterfly pose. Slide your right hand to the inside of your right thigh, and as you exhale, let your right leg fall open. Good. Now you could have peace fingers to your right big toe if that's available in your body, but don't force it. It doesn't matter. And if you feel anything on the inner right knee, I want you to release out. And then if your left hip started to rock over towards the right, you gently press it back down. Breathe. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, bring everything back up. Hug your knees in. And drop your knees over to the left and turn your face to the right. Breathe. And then on your inhale, gently draw back through center. And as you exhale, place your feet down onto the ground. Your low back goes flat. Hug your left knee in. Stay here for a moment. And on an exhale, press your left foot up into the sky. Take a gentle flex to your foot, rolling out the ankle if you need. You might interlace fingers around your hamstring. Perhaps you slide your hands up towards your calf. Just feel all that out. If you want to take your knuckles and make circular patterns, opening up through the backside of your left leg, it's there. And then you'll come back through and let your right knee fall open to the right. And then either slide your left hand towards the inner left thigh or loop left peace fingers around your left big toe. And on the exhale, you open your left leg out to the left while your right knee opens out to the right. Watching your hips, so if they start to get misleveled or skewed, try to keep them level and square. Good. One more inhale here. And then exhale, slowly draw everything back together. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Open your arms out like a T. And then drop your knees to the right and turn your face to the left. Breathe. And then as you inhale, come right back through center. Your low back finds the ground. And exhale to happy baby. Peace fingers to your big toe. Hands to the inner outer arches of your feet. And your elbows slide towards the inner thighs, the inner knees. And you flex your feet. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, hug your knees in, slide your hands behind your thighs. And then taking spinal rocks and rolls, forward and backward. You keep your low back rounded, the pit of your belly pulled in and up so that you inhale, lift your hips, rock back. Exhale, round forward without slapping your low back down on the ground. Inhale to roll it back, lift your hips. Exhale to come forward. You can always use your hands, and you also don't have to come all the way back with your toes to the ground. Just pick something, find something that feels right for you. And you could do like 3 to 5 of these. And then on your last one, you'll come forward, and let's find hands and knees. So all fours, your box pose. Stack your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Bring your knees underneath your hips. And as you inhale, drop a soft belly down. Press your heart between your upper arm bones, so cow pose. And then on the exhale, reverse the movement. Dome out your upper back, navel to your spine, and take your cat pose. Inhale, your belly drapes down. There's a sway to your low back. And exhale to reverse it. Dome out your upper back, let your head hang, navel to your spine. Inhale, belly down. You're going to lift your tail, kind of spread through the sits bones. And then exhale, reverse it. And then you take like a few more cat-cow at your own pace. But if what you're wanting is to move out of this kind of this vertical plane, you can sway yourself around. You can use your whole mat. It doesn't matter. If you need wrist stretches, take those instead. Just find something that resonates with you so that we can open up the body. And then we all meet back in center. So stacking your joints on all fours. And step your right foot to the back of your mat. Stay on the ball mounds of your right foot and shift forward and backward, stretching your right calf. Good. And then inhale, lift your right leg up to hip height. And exhale, cross your right foot all the way over to the left. So watching your left hip, your thigh, your knee. Your right foot's down on the wood floor. And as you inhale, you pull your right shoulder forward. And as you exhale, gaze towards your left shoulder, stretching through your right side body. Feel all the intercostals, the sticky stuff between your ribs, creating some space. And then inhale, lift your right leg back up. Exhale, bend your right knee. So watch your right shoulder, but bend your right knee. And for lack of a better description, it's like a dog at a fire hydrant, right? So you're lifting, and I'm lifting up my right hand. You're not going to. Leave your right hand down, but you're externally rotating through your right hip joint. And then inhale here, circle it out. Move with your breath. And then you're going to go in both directions with your circles so that you find that rotation through the ball and socket joint of your hip. And then extend your right leg long. And on the exhale, step your right foot outside your right pinky. Lift your left knee and slide it back ever so slightly so you catch a diagonal from your left hip to your thigh to your knee. Hands to the inside of your right foot. Inhale to pull your heart forward. Lift your chest. And exhale, shift your hips back. Straighten through your right leg and flex your toes back towards your shin. Inhale to walk it forward. And exhale, shift yourself back. Let's take two more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, hold. On your next inhale, walk yourself forward. Curl up your left toes. Lift your left knee. And then exhale, step your left foot outside your left hand. Heels in, toes out, bottoms low. Breathing here. Bring your palms together, thumbs towards heart center, Anjali Mudra. You have the option to just stay still or you rock side to side a little bit. And while you're doing this, you breathe. It's typical as you're gaining mobility through the hips, the ankles, all the things. Perhaps you're rounding forward, and that's okay. But at some point, your tailbone drops down neutrally, your shoulders stack over your hips, and you can lift your heart. Yeah? Now, everybody bring your hands down to the ground. You might have blocks here. Inhale, lift your hips, straighten your legs, turn your toes forward. Keep a wide stance, and then exhale. Deepen the bend in your knees. Press your ribs in towards your thighs. Let your head hang and grab opposite elbows. And just be here. Ragdoll. All right, let your hands come down. Exhale completely. And then inhale, slowly begin to draw yourself up. Reach your arms out and up. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms out and up, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold, chest to your thighs, your head hangs down. And then inhale, tabletop your back. Exhale, hands down, step your feet back. Ashtangasana this round, so from here, Bring your knees down to the ground. Press your bottom up. Pull the pit of your belly in and then rotate your elbows back. So you lead with your heart. Drop your chest in between your thumbs, your chin towards the ground, gaze forward. And then inhale, pubic bone, tailbone to the ground. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. And then exhale, bring your hips to your heels for child's pose, forehead down. You roll your forehead side to side. And then inhale, press back up into all fours. Exhale to your cat pose. Dome out your upper back. Navel to your spine. Let your head hang. Inhale, belly down, heart forward. And exhale, belly up. Let your head go. Inhale to your neutral spine. Exhale, stay right here. On the inhale, step your left foot back. Leave the ball mounds of your foot down so that you stretch through your left calf and then shifting forward and backward. Breathe into your posterior chain, so the back side of your body. And then once you restack your shoulders over your wrists, pull the pit of your belly in so that you can inhale, lift your left leg to hip height. Exhale, cross your left foot all the way over to the right. It's going to come off of your mat. And I'll glance down. The tendency is for the right hip to splay all the way over. Keep your right hip stacked on top of your thigh, on top of your knee, so that you truly open up through your left side body, and then draw your left shoulder forward. Gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing here. So you want to feel your bottom floating rib pull up and away from the top of your left hip. And breathe. And on your inhale, come back through center. Lift your left leg up. And exhale. Step your left foot outside. Actually, bend your left knee. I almost forgot. Open up your hip. There it is. So same thing. It's like your dog at the fire hydrant movement. Start to circle out your left hip. Moving everything around. And then go in the opposite direction. And then you'll inhale, extend your left leg long. Exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Lift your right knee, slide it back. All right, so once you're here in this low lizard, pull your heart forward. That's your inhale. And then exhale, shift your hips back, straighten through your left leg, flex your toes back towards your shin. Inhale to walk it forward. Exhale to shift it back. Inhale, last one to come forward and back. Exhale, shift it back and hold. So you're in, it's a lizard half split, right? So the diagonal half split. Hands are to the inside of your left leg rather than framing your left foot. So there is a difference. Good. Now on your next inhale, walk yourself forward. Curl up your back toes. Lift your back knee. And then it's a giant step forward. Exhale, right foot outside of your right hand. Heels in, toes out, bottoms low. Hands to heart center. Breathe. And then you have the option to just stay as you are. You would like to work into the fronts of your shoulders and into your chest. On the inhale, your right arm comes out in front of your right shin. Your left arm reaches up to the sky. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your hands back together. Inhale, left arm in front of your left shin. Right arm reaches up to your sky. Breathe. Stay for the exhale. On the inhale, you expand more. And exhale, seal your palms together, heart center. Hands come down to the ground. Inhale, lift your hips. Turn your toes forward. This time, exhale if it feels all right. Heel toe your feet together. Chest to your thighs. And let your head hang. Now inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. All right, y'all. So this is where it's a little bit of that movement I was talking about. It's going to be fluid. Don't get caught up in it if you get off, right? It's all good. On the inhale, bend your knees, sit your hips back and down, reach your arms up. Stay for your exhale. Breathing in and out. Now take an inhale. Exhale, stand up nice and tall. Hands come down to heart center just for a breath. And then I want you to bring your arms down by the side body, but bend your arms at the elbows. Slide your elbows in towards your side ribs. And then your fingertips reach forward and your palms face up. Root down into the four corners of your left foot. On the inhale, go ahead and let your fingertips come down. So now your pinkies are towards your IT bands. Root down into the four corners of your left foot. Inhale, bring your right knee into a 90-degree bend as you lift your palms, 90-degree bend with the elbows. Exhale, press your right foot, your palms forward. Inhale, draw it back in. Your palms are facing up, the knee and the elbows bend. Exhale, press your foot down, press your palms down. Now moving to the left side. Inhale, right foot stays rooted, lift your left knee. Exhale, press your foot, press your palms forward. Inhale to draw back through. And exhale, place your left foot down, palms press down. Inhale, left foot is your foundation. Lift your right knee, 90-degree bend, lift your palms. Exhale, press your right foot forward, press your palms forward. Inhale, rebend elbows and knee. Exhale, press it back down. Get with your breath. Inhale, lift your left knee. And exhale, press it forward. Inhale, draw in. And exhale, place it down. Inhale, right knee rises. Exhale, press your foot forward, press your palms. Inhale to draw it back in. And exhale to place it down. Inhale, left knee rises. Exhale, press your palms, press your foot. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, ground back down. Two more each side. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, press everything forward. Inhale to rebend. Exhale to press down. Inhale, lift your left knee. Exhale, press it forward. Inhale to pull it in. Exhale to let it go. Last round, one each side. Inhale, lift your right knee. Exhale, press everything forward. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale, place your foot down. Inhale, lift your left knee. Exhale, press everything forward. Inhale, draw everything back in. Exhale, place it all down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands down. Step your feet back. Hold for your inhale. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Now inhale, take your right leg up to the sky. On the exhale, bend your right knee, stack your hip, open it up. You can circle it out, whatever feels best to you. And then you inhale, re-extend your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Stay right here for a moment. Let your left heel go flat, right toes point forward. Inhale right here. Exhale, straighten through your right leg. Shift your hips back. So it's like a pyramid variation, but pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Now inhale, rebend your right knee. Exhale, frame your front foot. So wiggle your right foot towards the center of your mat. Now inhale, shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Stay for the exhale. Left toes angle slightly inward. This is what's going to allow you to work the rotation of your left side rib cage and left hip towards the front of your mat. One more inhale here. Exhale, take your elbows back and down. Open up through your chest. Now stay for the inhale. Exhale, bind up your hands. Now if balance is still a challenge for you, you're going to stay lifted and just work that. Otherwise, inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, hinge your hips forward. And take the crown of your head down. Work your fist up and over. Now, depending on where you feel today with your flexibility, some of you are going to bring the crown of your head all the way down towards the inner arch of your right foot, but you keep pulling your right hip back. Breathe. And then when you're ready, inhale. Exhale, everybody bring your hands down to the inner arch of your right foot. Bring your palms to the earth. Your left hand stays rooted. Inhale, bring your right arm up to the sky. So it's a twist. Exhale, bring your hands down. Spin towards the left. And then drop your hips down for a low skandasana. Straighten through your right leg. Bend deeply into your left knee. And rotate your right toes up. So you're at the back of your mat. Take one more inhale. Exhale, flip over your left leg. So you're facing now the back of your mat in a low lunge. Let your right heel go flat. Inhale, windmill open. Warrior two, left side. Stay for your exhale. Breathing here. Take one more inhale, and I'm just going to flip around so I'm not facing, bottom to y'all. Stay for your inhale. And then exhale, spin your right heels in. So now you are goddess pose towards the long edge of your mat. Knees are bent, tailbone is neutral. Pull the pit of your belly back. And then your arms come out like goalposts, right? So like cactus arms, elbows bent. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, let your hands come down to the inner thighs. Now the legs are going to stay the same, but you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, dip your right shoulder down and gaze to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip your left shoulder, gaze right. Inhale, center. Exhale, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, gaze to the right. Now inhale, come back through center. Exhale, straighten your legs and warrior two to the top of your mat. Right knee is bent. Stay for the inhale. And then stay for your exhale. Inhale, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, windmill your hands down to the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot over and let your left knee come down to the ground. So you're in your low lizard. Stay as you are. Or you could take your right arm up to the sky like we did just a moment ago. You could bend your left knee, reach your right hand back and catch your left foot, and work into a crooked monkey or any quad stretch variation that suits you in this moment. Breathe. And then it's a very soft release of your left foot back down to the earth. Your right hand comes back up and over. Heel toe your right foot to center. On the inhale, curl up your left toes. Lift your left knee. And on the exhale, step your right foot back. Lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. And breathe there for a moment. You can also go straight into child's pose if that would feel better. Or just breathe in and out. And then on your inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. On the exhale, bend your left knee, stack your hip, open it up. You can circle it out if you want. And then inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot all the way through. Your right heel goes flat. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head. And then stay for your exhale. Let your right toes angle slightly inward. Take your inhale. And then exhale, your hands are down to the inside of your left foot. And you straighten through your left leg. So it's that pyramid variation, but pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. Breathing here. And then bend into your left knee. Heel toe your right foot towards your left foot towards the center of your mat. And then you inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, take your elbows back and down. Breathe, open up through your chest. Inhale here. And then exhale, bind up your hands at the small of your back. On the inhale, puff up your chest. So this is where you stay if you choose. Otherwise, on the exhale, hinge forward. Let the crown of your head come towards the inner arch of your left foot. Work your fist up and over. Keep pulling your left hip back. And breathe. One more inhale. And exhale, all hands come down to the inside of your left foot. Right palm is going to stay rooted. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Take your twist. Exhale, let your left hand come down. Spin all the way to the right. You're at the back of your mat. Bend your right knee. Drop your bottom low. And then flex your left toes back towards your shin. So Mula Bandha is your friend here. So squeeze at the base of your pubic bone. That's what's going to create buoyancy rather than just kind of falling down on your butt, right? So take an inhale here. And then exhale, flip over your right leg to the back of your mat. Left heel goes flat. Inhale, windmill open, warrior two, right side. Right knee is bent, so your toes are facing the back of your mat. Stay for your exhale. Just breathing here. Drishti towards your right fingertips. Roll your shoulders back and down. Navel pulls in and up. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, spin your left heel in. And your goddess pose towards the long edge of your mat. Let your tailbone just drop neutrally down. Navel in and up. And then breathe here. Maybe you drop a little bit lower. This time just moving side to side for a moment. Good. Now on your inhale, straighten your legs. It changes this round. Exhale, turn your toes either slightly pigeon-toed or at least parallel with the long edge of your mat. Hinge at your hips and fold down. So Prasarita Padottanasana, then palms to the ground. Inhale, long, strong spine. And then exhale, drop your head down. Let it go. Breathe. And then slowly inhale, tabletop your back. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, warrior two, top of your mat. Spin your left toes towards the short edge. Bend your left knee. And then open your arms out to a T. Drop it down low. Inhale, flip your left palm. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the inside of your left foot. Heel to your left foot over. Your hands are to the inner arch of your left foot. And then right knee is down. So low lizard lunge. You have the option to stay right here. Or inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. You can stay here. Or exhale, bend your right knee. Left hand can find your right foot if it's there. You can splay to the outer edge of your left foot. Do whatever feels right. Breathe. One more inhale. It's a very soft release as you exhale. Heel toe your left foot towards the center of your mat. Curl up your right toes. Lift your right knee. Step your left foot back. And then exhale, hips up and back. Chest towards the thighs. Let your head hang. And then come down to hands and knees when you're ready. This time, untuck your toes. Take your hips towards your heels. Walk your hands forward. And let your forehead come down. Breathe. All right. Slowly draw your hands back. And you're sitting with your knees, your inner thighs together, and the tops of your feet flat if it's available. If it's not, just kind of skip it. You can find a way that feels comfortable. I am aiming to stretch the tops of the feet. So just know that that's the intention here. You can walk your hands behind you with your fingertips pointing towards you. And then maybe you lift your knees, right? Breathe. If that's enough, you stop there. I'm getting a little cramp in my left foot. But if you feel like you could do a little bit more, maybe you lift your knees and you bring your hands to heart center. Breathe. Belly's in. Relax your face. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly come down and forward. Lift your feet and roll out your ankles. All right, let your feet come back down. And then from here, I'm going to shimmy back just a little bit. Curl up your toes, take an inhale, and then exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Now inhale, soft bend to your knees, gaze forward. On the exhale, step your feet outside your hands, heels in, toes out, and drop your bottom down. All right, so we've been in Malasana before twice. So third round, I'm going to give you the option to, and you're probably going to have to kind of fix everything up, right? But hands come down. I like to heel toe my feet together. I like for the big toe ball mounds and the inner heels to touch. Now, for starters, you're going to come up onto the ball mounds of your feet and lift your heels. Divide your knees and sit yourself down. Now, if the Achilles has the space, your heels are going to come back down to the ground. If they don't, it's cool, right? You can always roll up a towel. You can roll up the edge of your mat, whatever feels best. And then perhaps the knees splay open and you can drop your belly and your side waist in between the thighs. The arms can reach forward and maybe your forehead comes down. Breathe. So notice what happens with your organs, right? Your digestive organs, as you're here in this space and you start to breathe really deeply, you're going to feel compression, constriction, then you're also going to feel release, right? So just feel out the difference that you notice, the feedback you're getting from your body, and pay attention. Take one more inhale. And on the exhale, if it's available, just slide back and sit down, right? And if it's not, just find your way to a seated position. And then let your knees fall open. So you'll find you're on your bottom in a Baddha Konasana, butterfly, right? So hands can find your feet. On the inhale, you lengthen your spine. And then exhale, hinge forward. And breathe. So let your knees hang out. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, slowly come up. And then bring your knees together, your inner thighs together. Wrap your arms around your shins. Let your forehead come down. And just stay there for a moment. Breathing in. And out. And then slowly bringing everything back up. Roll your shoulders back. This time, take your legs out wide. Now, if you feel anything around your knee joint, then you're going to either bring your feet a lot closer together or bring them together to the point where you could bend your knees so you remove some of the tension in the tendons and the ligaments around your knees. You also don't want to feel this creating any kind of a splitting sensation in your low back. So from here, inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale to fold forward. Breathe. Ideally feeling this like in the inner thighs, the groin, the belly of your hamstring, but not where your gluteal fold connects glutes to hamstrings, not around the knees. And breathe. All right, take one more inhale. stay for your exhale. And then slowly bring yourself back up, taking your time. Gently bring everything back together. And then from here, extend your legs long. Inhale, reach your arms up high. And then exhale, fold over your thighs. Relax your shoulders back and down. Pull your heart forward, so you want a long, strong spine. And breathe into it. Awesome. And then gently walk yourself back up. Bend your knees. Bring your feet underneath your knees. And then your hands behind your hips. Fingertips point towards you. And then you're going to press down into the webbing between your thumb and your forefinger. Press your palms down. And then inhale, lift your hips up into a reverse tabletop. Resist the urge to let your head hang and just gaze at the ceiling. And then you're going to feel your triceps engage as you press your feet down and lift yourself up a little bit more. Breathe. One more inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and sit yourself down nice and slow. And then I'm going to grab my wheel. If you would like to take a traditional back bend, roll down onto your back. You can either do a cobbler's bridge with your butterfly legs, or you can do a traditional bridge with your feet underneath your knees, hands down next to your hips, and then you would inhale, lift your hips, and bridge your spine. I'm going to roll out a little bit. So if you have a wheel, and again, it's okay if you don't. This is seriously going to be like a minute of your entire practice, so don't check out. If you don't have a wheel, it's totally fine. Do your belly up back bend. If you do, I'm going to slide it up here close towards the tail. Press my feet down. I'm holding mine because sometimes it rolls out from underneath me. And then just find yourself. Now I have a cork and wood block. So you might have a different kind, a different style. And then I drop my tail so that my low back goes flush. And then I roll back and I let my head hang. And I walk my feet back. And then I kind of go forward and backward. And then eventually stabilize my feet and roll the wheel along my spine. Yeah? All right, whenever you're ready, I'm going to bring my bottom back down to the ground first. Move my block out from underneath me. And then take a C curve to the spine to come all the way down. I'm going to let my spine just rest here on the ground for a second because that was pretty intense. Maybe I had a moment where I was like, oh, I'm lightheaded, which is very typical for me with back bends. So, and now I'm going to hug my knees in towards my chest and then round my forehead up to my knees. Let everything come back down. Feet come down to the ground. Right ankle crosses over the left knee, over the left thigh. And then open your arms out to a T. Drop your knees to the left and turn your face to the right for a figure four spinal twist. Now you can leave your right knee just pointing straight up. You can let it come in towards you. You can press it away from you gently. On the next inhale, slowly come back through center. And exhale, let your right foot come down. Switching sides, left foot to your right knee, your right side. Take a deep breath in. Arms out like a T. Exhale, drop your knees to the right, turn your face to the left. You can just be here. You can draw your left knee closer towards you. Find something that works. On your next inhale, slowly draw through center. Let your low back come down to the ground. Unravel as you exhale. Take your feet about mat's width distance apart and just windshield wiper your knees for a moment. As you come through center, you feel your low back flatten. And then on the exhale, your knees drop to the right. And then you inhale, come through center, knees point up, low back is flat. And then you exhale, drop your knees to the left. So you move with your breath. And then once you've evened out between the two sides, come back into center. And if you have a block, I do not, you're more than welcome to go supportive waterfall, I can't think. Or you can just take your feet into the sky like I'm doing. It's all good. I'm going to draw little figure eights on the ceiling with my feet. And even here, as you move into this space, as you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, you know you're breathing out. Wherever you are, take another inhale. If you have a block underneath, you bring your feet down to the ground first so that you can lift your hips, slide it out. And then exhale, hug knees and towards the chest. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, extend your legs long. Let your feet hang comfortably open. Arms come down by the side body with your palms facing up. Then close down your eyes. Relax your brows and your jaw. And just let everything go. Notice if you're holding on to tension anywhere, and in this moment before completely dropping in, can you soften, release, and let it go? Moving into your Shavasana, the most important part of your practice. So rest and enjoy. What you need is to be here a little bit longer, and I hope you stay as long as you can. If you are ready to exit your practice, slowly begin to deepen your breath, to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on the inhale, float your arms up overhead. And on the exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins and then roll over to the right. And taking your time, softly press up into your comfortable, easy sit, your Sukhasana, right where you are. You'll stack your shoulders over your hips. Hands can rest in your lap or on your knees. If you take that final moment, that pause, to be grateful for your body, for what it does for you today, to be hopeful for tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week, and namaste.